back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
UFC bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes has joined Invicta FC's matchmaking and athlete development team. Congratulations to Amanda Nunes. That sounds fun as fuck. To me, that sounds like the funnest job in MMA. Being a matchmaker, could you imagine like being the person in charge? Just all your favorite fights, all these fighters to choose from, all these matches to make, like a big fucking puppet master and shit. Like, oh shit, I want to see fucking TJ Dillashaw and Demetrius Johnson, or I want to see fucking Max Holloway take on Brian Ortega. I want to see fucking I want to see Khabib versus Eddie Alvarez. Boom, boom. And of course the fighters got to agree, but that just sounds like the dopest job ever. And that's kind of what Amanda Nunes is going to be doing for Invicta FC. Now, she's not going to just be one of their main matchmakers type shit, but she's joining the matchmaking team and also the athlete development team. This is what Amanda Nunes had to say. I've started working with Invicta to be a part of the matchmaking team. It's going to be awesome. I love to be the matchmaker for Invicta from my experience, and I have a lot of good talent in Brazil. I love to try and find new talent, and I think my friend talked to the promoter Shannon about it. She said, I was very happy and now I'm here. I love to do something with women's MMA. We know Amanda Nunes, I believe, was also the first open gay champion in MMA, and Invicta is an all women's league. If you don't know, and that doesn't have like a correlation, that just came up, but Invicta is an all women's MMA league. If you don't know about Invicta, some of the best women fighters are in Invicta. I'm talking about like Chris Cyborg was in Invicta before she came to UFC. Tanya Evinger came from it. There's so many fucking of the top women fighters that came from Invicta. It's literally like the cream of the crop for WMMA before they transition to maybe the UFC or even Bellator. But honestly, I think Invicta might be giving Bellator a run for their money as far as it comes to WMMA. I think Invicta's probably got better women talent than Bellator. I think that's fair. Let me shut my phone up. Who's calling me? Oh, can't answer that. That's so with that being said, Amanda Nunes is joining the Invicta team. That's gonna be dope. And Amanda Nunes is one of the best fighters. So as far as athlete development, if Amanda Nunes was training fighters, bro, they would be the best fighters on the planet. I'm telling you, just from seeing like some of the embeddeds leading up to Amanda Nunes' fights recently, I think not before her Valentina Shevchenko fight, maybe it was the it might have been the Ronda Rousey fight. Just watching her train for the Rousey fight and just, you know, the UFC embeddeds and shit leading up. Amanda Nunes, she just looked like she trained harder than most MMA fighters when I watch those type of things. And so she's the champion for a reason. She's beat Valentina Shevchenko twice. She's beat Ronda Rousey. She's beat a lot of the best bantamweights on the planet. Now, she hasn't fought Holly Holm yet, but I mean, it is what it is. She just hasn't had that opportunity. This chick, Amanda Nunes, is one of the only female fighters on the planet I've ever heard campaign for a fight with Ronda Rousey. And so, man, they need to stop calling my phone, throwing me off and stuff. This is one of the only chicks I've ever seen. I said fucking Ronda Rousey, my bad, y'all. I'm not redoing this video though, because I'm making a bunch of fucking videos. So I'm about to fuck around and throw this phone out this room, turn this joint on silent. But what I'm saying is Amanda Nunes is one of the only female fighters that has campaigned for a fight with Chris Cyborg. Who the fuck does that? You couldn't get too many dudes to campaign for a fight with Chris Cyborg, and Amanda Nunes is like, yo, I want that fight. Me, pick me, pick me. And you know, so we all know how that situation has been playing out so far. So congratulations to Amanda Nunes for this opportunity, and until we can get Amanda Nunes a fight, because it has been a while since Amanda Nunes fought her last fight, but it's because there's not really a legitimate contender. She was supposed to fight Raquel Pennington. Raquel Pennington got in a car accident. The fight wasn't able to happen. Now she's campaigning for a fight with Chris Cyborg, but Chris Cyborg is turning down the fight politely, saying, I'd rather fight all of these other chicks for all of these other reasons, even though all of these other chicks ain't really ready right now. For instance, Megan Anderson, she was supposed to, you know, Chris Cyborg accepted that fight at UFC 221. Megan Anderson said, sorry, can't make it. GDR, Chris Cyborg said, what about GDR? We all know GDR doesn't want to fight Chris Cyborg. That's why she got stripped of her belt. Cindy Dandois, I don't even think she's got a UFC contract yet. Cyborg tagged some other chick named like Bam Bam or something like that I've never heard of. I don't even know what organization she fights out of. So the only person really is looking like that can fight Chris Cyborg, if you want to move off of that momentum and capitalize off of your momentum from UFC 219, would be Amanda Nunes, and she's a UFC champion. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. Congratulations to Amanda Nunes for this dope opportunity. Honestly, man, Invicta is one of the organizations, like, if I start watching another organization outside of UFC and Bellator, it's going to either be LFA or Invicta. Those are the two that I've kind of got my eye on, but I don't really pay attention to as much as Bellator and UFC. So with that being said, I've said enough on this video. Sorry about the fucking distractions. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments and what you guys think this means for Invicta. Or you guys, somebody's got to know more about it than us, who pays more attention to Invicta. Amanda Nunes is making it sound like she's actually going to be the matchmaker in her statement, which is dope. But I'm just curious how that plays, man. That's dope. That's dope to see, man. I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking DOG.